You're watching the Frye Show, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Grand Lake Roofing, Fowler's TV, Family Audiology Associates, American Legion Post 323, Varsity Lanes, Outdoors Equipment Rental, Spring Street Storage, Mr. Bank, Plus One Professionals, Albert Sporting Goods. You are renovating St. Mary's Foundry, Mary Staff Auto Sales, Tap House at the Square, CSC, Jordan Plumbing and Heating, Roots Pub, Dr. Mike Compton, Guaneri's Pizzeria, and DFW Post 9289.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Frye Show. Week number 3 of the high school football season. I'm Joe Hurlburt, your host, and alongside head coach Frye. Coach, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Well, let's take a look at, as we do each and every week, this is the first week of it, we'll take a look at the Western Buckeye League standings as they have it after one league play and 2 regular season games. The Van Wert Cougars, Defiance Bulldogs, Elida Bulldogs all find themselves 2-0 in regular season play, 1-0 in league play. Celina and Kenton and Bath are 1-1 overall, and Celina's 1-0 in league play, as is Kenton. Bath is 0-1 in league play, as is Wapakoneta, St. Mary's, Shawnee, and OG. OG, Shawnee, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta have yet to win a ball game, but I'm sure that's coming. But a couple of surprises to me, Coach, when I look at the season, as far as the first couple of weeks. OG, Wapakoneta has not won a ball game. That, to me, is surprising. But again, Wapakoneta, in their defense, played a very tough Marion local team, and your opponent this week, the Defiance Bulldogs, are a very good ball club.
Mm-hmm. Well, part of football is Jackson Joe's and schedule. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it gets tough, but everyone fights through and they find their way.
Well, the Rough Riders find themselves first 4 games on the road of the first 5, know, so, but everything favors them in the second half of the season. But here again, that's out of your control. You just have to play with the cards that are dealt.
Can't change the schedule.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look, if you will, at the other programs that played last week. Your JV team, your freshmen, your 8th grade, and your Broncos. How did they fare?
So our JVs are just like our varsity. We're 0-2 at the JV level right now as well. We're a little young at the top, so sometimes guys keep getting brought up and that sort of thing. But we got to coach them better, and they'll be better. Our freshmen have played 1 game against Coldwater, and they lost that on Monday. But our 8th grade and our 7th grade are both undefeated.
Are they? Very good. Talk to us a little bit about the 7th grade program. That just came into existence in the last couple of years, didn't it? Because there was no 7th grade program at the junior high level. It was just 8th grade. But then it has to do with the midget program. It has to do with that? Is that why the Broncos were brought up as the 7th grade?
It was before my time, but they wanted to have a 7th grade program here at the school. But the school didn't want to pay coaches and do all that sort of jazz with it. Not that I'm saying that, but it's just what it is. So they started as a club program, darn near like other sports do with baseball and that sort of thing. So it's a club sport. The coaches are not paid through the school, but they still have to have all the requirements, and they use our facilities and that sort of jazz. And Scott Glass does a great job with that group. So.
Well, let's take a look at the last week's scores around the Western Buckeye Leagues, and then we'll hop in and take a look and talk about the Celina ball game last week. Van Wert defeated Bath 64-42. Defiance in a tough ball game over Walpock defeated Walpock 16-13. Elida defeated Shawnee 13-9. Kenton all over OG 52-29, and of course Celina defeated St. Mary's 37-15. So, Coach, let's jump into talking about last week's ball game. From a team's perspective, there was progress.
Yeah, we're getting better. There's a lot of parts of this game where I would say yes, and then no. Yes, and then no. All right, so it's a young team in some areas, but we are getting better. And honestly, we're not that bad. We just have to do little things correctly. Our people are our people, and they played some football, and we're going to be okay. Well, we got to do little things correctly.
Well, when you look at the statistics, 8 first downs, that probably would concern you a little bit. That, to me, when you see 8 first downs, the offense didn't move the football. But you look at the total offense, 275 yards, 30 offensive rushing plays for 256 yards on the ground. That's a lot better than it was in week one.
Mm-hmm. We haven't had the ball. Usually we have about 60 plays a game. We're averaging about 30 plays a game on offense. And so we have to get the ball back, and we have to do that either by creating turnovers or getting some stops on defense. And we're on the path.
Yep. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from last Friday night's ball game. This is Colton Mabry's 80-yard run. And keep in mind, Colton, 12 carries, 119 yards on the night, 2 TDs plus this one here. And he's just, once he gets into the open, he shows a little bit of speed.
Colton's pretty gifted.
Yeah.
More gifted than we're giving him credit for. He's a pretty good football player, and you'll continuously see him get better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get a chance, that was a pretty good play. Let's see if we can run that one more time.
Hey, I was getting excited.
Good blocking at the point of attack.
Yeah,
the offensive line did exactly what they needed to do, and of course, I think this answered a Celina touchdown.
Yeah, it tied it up 7-7, and obviously it's not perfect, but some plays aren't perfect. But you know what? That one goes to the house, and the kid can run the football, and you're going to continuously see that more.
Yeah. So good offensive line play and good run by Colton Mabry. This is Dominic Osborne with a nice run. Of course, Dominic, 6 carries, 90 yards. His longest run from the line of scrimmage was 46 yards. And, of course, this one I think might have been called back because of a penalty. But, like I said, 6 carries, 90 yards. Without a couple of those plays called back, you'd had 2 running backs over 100 yards.
Dom's getting better, and the O-line's getting better.
This is the Cody Wallace to Carter Steinberg pass. This is the only pass that was completed. Riders, you guys only threw 3 times, completed 1, had 1 pick at the end of the game, the last play of the ball game, but that was the lone completion for, I believe, 9 yards.
Cody's getting better. Yeah.
This is Colton Mabry on a trap play. Just breaks tackles, puts his head down. Good game.
It's wing T football, man. Move the chains.
Another run by Dominic Osborne. This was impressive because right at the end he takes his right arm and throws off a defender right there. That's weight room right there.
We go to the weight room, and I'll be honest with you, these 80 of these guys were in the weight room all season, so we're going to get this right.
This is Colton Mabry gaining 5 yards off tackle.
Second half, we were doing some things differently. We got to finish with the ball, holding on to the ball, but we're getting there, and it's a work in progress. And the wing T takes time, and the young O lines take time, but it's getting there. So
Dominic Osborne again on the carry off the tackle and just picking up some good yardage there. Strong kid.
Yeah.
This is a run by Jacob Kessler. He'll take it and then he'll sweep to the right, and nice cut off the block there. And
Jacob's a very good athlete, and you saw it last year, him playing safety as a sophomore, and you'll continuously see him get better. He's got to believe in himself all the time because I think he's got it down there, and he's going to do it.
This here's an incomplete pass by the Riders. This turns the ball over on downs.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, we gave up a protection error backside. If he gives about half a second longer, that's a completion for a first down. He is open, and we ran the Ramel kid in.
Yeah.
He just had to get rid of it too quick, and that's what I'm talking about. We're a half a second away. We're a bounce ball away.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna come. I don't know when, but it is.
Colton Mabry picks up a big first down.
Good job by him.
Keep the drive alive.
Yeah.
And this is Dominic Osborne on a big run.
And Dom had a good night, and he's he's going to have to continue to. I mean, he's got greasy hips.
Good cut.
He's not fast.
Yeah.
He's not big, but he's got real greasy wing T hips. He's a wing T running back is what he is.
Yeah.
And we have those, and we're going to continue to get better with him. This is a heck of a run by Mabry here. That was not supposed to go there, and that was one of the better things I saw from the night was, man, that guy's got some vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so we're close, man. We're close.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the offense. Let's take a look at the defense. Defense gave up 24 first downs. They gave up 391 yards of total offense. Celina had 2 backs over 100 yards. Gabus had 120 yards, and Lutz had 112. The glaring thing that sticks out from Friday night's game to me was containment on the end.
Yeah, we had some issues there, but it's getting fixed.
Yep.
And every week is a new week, and we'll get there.
So this is a good stop by the defense here. Celina has the ball in their right or 30-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle inside. I think it's Turner coming off, man. That guy's greasy.
I'll tell you
He
what.
plays hard.
Yeah,
He plays hard.
Yeah. And we'll keep an eye on. We saw him there in the picture at the end, number 44, Owen Ott. We'll talk about him in just a second.
He's a freshman playing with a motor,
Yep.
you know. Sweeping the edge, coming inside is a contained issue.
They got the corner, and they shove him out of bounds.
That can't happen. I mean, that's obviously
Right.
guys trying to do too much. They just have to do their job and play fast. But that'll get fixed.
Yep.
That'll get fixed.
Down at the corner, number 12, Luke Bournes makes a nice play on this one. He closes very quickly on the receiver.
Yeah.
Didn't give him much yards after catch.
That's what we always talk about. 5-yard has to stay 5 yards.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Cameron Dameyer, I'll tell you what, he stuck out defensively to me, and he's going to get better as well.
Yeah, he's getting better. You know,
He runs
the
this one
pieces are
down.
there. Yeah, the pieces. He's a big body that can run.
Yeah.
I mean, and the pieces are right. It's just got to play fast and confidence over there, and they will.
Yeah.
They will. It's just it takes time.
Good penetration
Yeah.
by the
Yeah,
defense,
very
and
good.
good gang tackling.
Davis
there.
kid, everybody in on that one, and Ott getting excited at the end. You know, you'll see him again on the next one here.
This one here is, we talked about Owen Ott, number 44.
Yeah, knocking the ball down. You know,
Yeah.
that's a freshman making that play,
Look
and then
at-
gets excited.
He gets real
He's
excited.
got a lot of juice. I'm telling you guys. First off, you don't ever want to play freshmen, but when they're that big and can run, you play them.
Yeah, he's second. He's second on the team in tackles, I believe, and Hayden Davis leads the team, number 20 at linebacker with 26. But I tell you what, you're absolutely right. And so you play a freshman, you take a beating, so to speak. But then by the time this kid's a junior and senior, he'll dominate.
He could be special if he keeps on the right track. He'll be
dominate.
special.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's your as we watch this next play? Go ahead. How's your kids in the classroom?
Oh, we got an extremely smart group.
Do you?
I mean, honestly, compared to some of the other years, we're extremely smart.
Now, as we continue to watch, let's talk a little bit about the classroom work and the grade point average. What's it take to maintain playing on Friday nights?
It's pretty low. We obviously expect way more than
Sure.
I think it's a 1.5,
Really?
or 1.5 or a 2.0. It's not much, but our guys are way above that. We don't this off season we have not have that problem.
Yeah.
Some off season we had, like Colton Mabry, he's a 4.0.
Dominic Osborne's
Osborne's
pretty
at the top. Perry, the Perry kid, he's in college classes. He's hardly ever even in school. You know, so they're way smarter than me. There's sometimes when they're asking me questions, I was like, "Hey, you're way smarter than me. Quit asking me that question. Just go." You know. So,
They'll graduate high school and college at the same time.
yeah, they might. They're extremely smart kids,
Good.
and a lot of good kids coming
Good,
with
yeah.
good grades too.
So, yeah, we talked about Hayden Davis leading the team in tackles with 26. Here he is stepping up and making a good stop right there. Just filled the hole and had a nose for the football.
Yeah. You're seeing a lot of good here. You know?
On this particular play, the Riders did shut down the corner, which is something you probably want to do a little bit more efficient throughout the course of the night. But they
gets them into a fourth down, I'm pretty sure, and then good things happen.
And this was a nice stop inside the red zone at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think it's Dameyer kid again.
Now, of course, we'll go over to the special teams play. This is just a Logan Rush standard PAT. Logan's pretty much kind of nailed down that job, the kickoff and the point
Rush
after.
had a good offseason. He's getting better. Smart kid, like I said. He's got to keep his head down and kick through.
Booted that one in the trees, never came down.
I thought our kickoff team got better other than the one after the half. We're flying down with better speed. That's good.
That's good.
Good. You know what I mean? That's what we're looking for. And I'm getting excited when good things happen.
Yep.
You know? So sometimes I got to be the juice at times, you know. It's hard. So
This is Kevin Perry. This is unfortunate. He just basically caught the ball and stepped back in the end zone. And when you do that, it's a touchback. And the ball comes out to the 20.
Yeah, I thought we got better though. So,
well, this one here was I can't figure out, because this one definitely here from our vantage point, because we're sitting on the 50 where we're at. You were right there as well, and they said the ball didn't go 10 yards.
Hey,
I'm not agreeing with this one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not my job.
I'm not agreeing with it. And this one, in all honesty,
put us back in it.
That would have, and it was a momentum breaker.
100%.
To me. Yeah.
10 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock right there.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, and it's hard to see. I can't see the football on here, but it just like the line, the first guys there just shoved Celina back, and it was just pick the ball up at the 50-yard line. Let's put it back in play. Didn't happen.
Didn't.
But that happens.
Hey, it's football, and there's a lot of things not bouncing our way right now. But we're gonna have to fight through that.
Exactly.
And we can sit here and complain and all that sort of jazz, or we can just go back to work and try to find a way.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, that's a look at the Celina ball game from last week. We'll put that one to bed. We're going to take a quick break. The St. Mary's Rough Riders host their first home game this week, hosting the Defiance Bulldogs at Grand Lake Health System Field. And, of course, Rider Nation Station will be there to bring you all the action. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the Bulldogs right after this.
You're watching the Bo Frye Show, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Grand Lake Roofing, Bowers TV, Family Audiology Associates, American Legion Post 323, Varsity Lanes, Outdoors Equipment Rental, Spring Street Storage, Mr. Bank, Plus One Professionals, Albert Sporting Goods. You are renovating St. Mary's Foundry, Mary Staff Auto Sales, Half House at the Square, CSC, Cody Plumbing and Heating, Roots Pub, Dr. Mike Compton, Guaneri's Pizzeria, and DFW Post 9289.
All righty, we welcome you back to the Bo Frye Show. I'm Joe Hurlburt alongside head coach Bo Frye. Let's take a look at some of the games around the Western Buckeye League this week before we get into the Defiance contest. Shawnee is on the road at Bath. Celina will take on Van Wert. Kenton will be on the road. They'll take on the Bulldogs at Elida. This will be a good ball game in league play. Wapak on the road at OG. We'll see how those two teams fare. One of them is going to get their first win. And, of course, Defiance will come to St. Mary's to take on the Rough Riders. Defiance has a pretty good head coach in Travis Cooper. He's been there a couple years, and he's putting some things together. They got a good running back that the Riders' defense will probably have to focus on. That's Brogan Castillo.
Yeah, testament to Coach Cooper. He's dug his way out of this thing and played some kids, and he's doing a great job there. They're physical. They're hungry, I would say, from Defiance. Castillo's getting after it. He's having great stats. He's playing great. He played defense for him last year a little bit too, but he's a heck of a runner. So we're gonna have to stop him.
And keep in mind, Defiance went to the playoffs last year, probably the first time in a good many years. Mm-hmm. So when you win, that breeds winning, and it gets people out. It builds enthusiasm and excitement, and I think you're starting to see this in his program. And of course, upsetting Wapak, in my opinion, last week 16-13 at Wapak has to give them a lot of confidence.
I think so. That's a big task they did, and they played extremely well. And really, more than anything than playing well, they played extremely hard.
Yeah.
And we'll have to match that, and I think our kids will. I mean, our kids are prideful, and it's a tradition around here of success, and we like playing at home. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, they got a decent quarterback in Breslin Ziffel. He's 6'2". He's 175. He's just a junior, so he has another year left with the Bulldogs. But I think the key defensively is to contain him, contain Castillo, and limit their time on the field. The Rough Riders didn't do that last week against Celina. Didn't have the ball very much in time of possession, but I think the Riders' offense need to play defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Keep Defiance's offense
off the field.
I
completely agree, and obviously that's how we've done around here forever.
Yeah.
So it's coming. Mm-hmm.
So any final thoughts as we get ready for Friday ball game?
We're excited to be back. Excited to be back home. We are making progress, and the results will come. And
absolutely.
There we go.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck. Don't forget, you can see Bo Frye Show and rules of the game It airs on Friday, each and every Friday prior to the kickoff. And, of course, we'll be there Friday evening with kickoff slated for 7 o'clock to bring you the game between the Defiance Bulldogs and the St. Mary's Rough Riders. We wish you best of luck. Until next week, so long, everyone.
Thank you for watching the Bo Frye Show, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Grand Lake Roofing, Dollars TV, Family Audiology Associates, American Legion Post 323, Varsity Lanes, Outdoors Equipment Rental, Spring Street Storage, Mr. Banks, Plus One Professionals, Hurlburt Sporting Goods. You are renovating St. Mary's Foundry, Larry Staff Auto Sales, Snap House at the Square, CSC, Cody Plumbing and Heating, Roots Pub, Dr. Mike Compton, Gwinnett Pizzeria, and DFW Post 9289.